Hello and welcome rolling coverage at the 65th SIAM convention, and I'm joined by President Sam, of course, for a big days for him. Thank you, Shailesh, for speaking to us. You mentioned about, we heard you through the day talking about how GST eventually has reformed and how good is it for the industry. I want to ask you, you also mentioned about 4.3 vehicle record sales in FY 24-25. I want to ask you, with the GST reforms now coming in, where do you see that number going to?
So first, it is a welcome move by the government. It was much anticipated reform that one was expecting. We had been requesting the government for quite some time. And I think it is coming also at a time where it is just ahead of the festive period. So in short term, in the festive period, you are likely to see a big boost because there's a pent up of last month. There is new customers who will come in because of GST reduction and festivities. Generally the demand is high. So I think there will be a big short-term boost, but in terms of sizing the industry at this stage, you'll have to really observe how this whole thing plays out, because this is all linked to consumer sentiment, right? Consumer sentiment does not immediately change after the GST reduction happens. GST has been reduced across all the sectors, and therefore how the sentiment gets impacted is something which we'll observe. But even without any analysis and without waiting for observation, definitely there is going to be a significant addition to the growth rate than what we were seeing otherwise.
Right. Also, sir, the first half of the year was pretty muted when it comes to sales. A lot of OEMs are now expecting a heavy pushback, heavy inquiries at the dealerships. What is your opinion as SIAM president, sir? Do we feel that in the second half of the year we could see a revival of the small car segment as well?
See, the second half of the year is generally 55% of the sale of the full year. So this might be higher now, because of this reason. Now, different segments will see different impact. Given that GST rates have reduced across the board, including for the bigger cars. Today, if you were in the market before the GST announcement, you see that now you have a possibility of buying a bigger car also with the same budget. So you will see people upgrading also. So the bigger cars will also see good growth, I would say. But the bigger reduction has come on the GST on the smaller cars. And you have seen the sensitivity to price is also more in entry segment. So I clearly see that entry segment is going to see a better growth rate as compared to, say, slightly bigger vehicles. And also, some of the people who thought that new cars were not affordable, possibly they were buying some used car. They might also, some of those customers will also.
Yes, last time in Mumbai, you and me had spoken about the same subject. I would like to ask you on, it's a cannibalization in EV versus an ICE space. See, we have an EV that's taxed at 5%, whereas ICE is taxed at 18%. But if you look at the price range of ICE and an EV vehicle on a comparative basis, we'll see that there could be some cannibalization. Do you agree that probably a ICE could eat up into a EV segment, or EV could eat up into ICE segment subsequently?
See, two factors you need to remember. One is that the GST rate, unlike it was being anticipated that it might be increased for a certain segment of EV, I think government has shown a clear signal that they are very committed to the zero emission technology, because see, hydrogen also has been brought down from 12 to 5%. So therefore there is no new incremental delta that has come on EV. This is a big message. The second message, if you see the PV industry, for example, it was either declining or was flat in the first half. But if you see in the last 7-8 months, the EV industry is growing at 70% plus. There's a momentum. There's a momentum because now people seem to be more convinced, because aspirational EVs are coming. A lot of barriers are being removed, like range, charging time, price parity issues and all. I think therefore the momentum will continue in my view. So I don't see a major impact. There will always be fence sitters who are considering both, right? You might see some movement, but I think the excitement around EV is very high right now, and therefore momentum will just carry it forward.
And SUV space, of course, sir, is rapidly growing. We have mid-size SUV, 40 odd products going to the market. Do you still feel that it's going to still continue to rule the Indian market, or do you still feel that small car segment could now potentially start penetrating into the market of SUVs?
I believe that the small car, as I said, that will see a possibly faster growth rate. That's my speculation, you can say, or my estimation. But we'll have to see. But SUV growth is also not going to reduce, because there are smaller SUVs also in the less than 4 meters. So that will see a bigger boost in my view. But definitely entry cars which were suffering from degrowth might start seeing a boost.
And so before I let you go, I cannot let you go without asking you a question on how do you feel as Tata Motors about the whole development with GST. Of course, it's a great development. You have passed on the price to the consumers as well. Do you feel for Tata Motors with the second half response to be good and sales volumes to increase, sir?
Not as Tata Motors, as SIAM community, I'm saying, of car manufacturers, I feel more optimistic about the future.
Well, that was Shailesh Chandra, candid as always, talking to us about what really the GST reforms could do, and of course with the growing segment of the small car size and of course the large car size as well.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.